Hello, my wonderful Aries. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. So we have the Phoenix, Resurrection, Surrender to Change, card number 29. Okay. This card is kind of giving me the energy of the Tower card in tarot. Like something may have fell apart in order for you to rebuild or to start on a stable foundation. So some of you could be inquiring about a connection where you feel like you got off on, like there was some sort of a false start, or maybe there's something here that could have been done differently. But I'm specifically getting like, building on stable grounds or creating a firm foundation the second time around. Now, with surrender to change, it could also be a shift in a dynamic where, there could have been resistance to accept this change or for this shift, but I do see that it is something that is much needed. It's almost like if there's a change that's very difficult to accept between you and another individual, it's leading to something more. Okay, let's see. Also an energy of like rising above, maybe something that you felt very consumed by, something that was really taking a large emotional toll on you. You're detaching or you're letting it go, and so it's you're feeling a lot lighter, almost like a load is being lifted off of you. We have the Sun card. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, and the Five of Wands. Many of you are receiving clarity as to, or it's clarity pertaining to a disagreement or some sort of an argument here. So even with the Five of Wands, it could be, an argument or you and this individual disagreeing on something, but it could have been very confusing, whether it's because there was more than just you and them involved, whether it's because you feel like you have a lot of questions that went unanswered, but I do see you receiving clarity on it. For others of you with the Sun card and the Five of Wands, there could be some sort of an external influence that is being illuminated to you this week. Whether it's you feel like this person is easily influenced or swayed by those in their, environment. It's almost like you're receiving the clarity of, okay, now this is making sense as to why this person did this or said this. There could be someone in this person's circle that is playing a role in this connection between the both of you. Okay, I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. Nine of Swords. So thinking about you, or while this person's thinking about you or this situation this week, there's a level of stress here. There's a very strong, almost like an anxious energy. So whether it's they're trying to figure you out, whether it's they're overanalyzing or overthinking the situation and it's causing them to, like not feel like themselves here. And what's interesting about the Nine of Swords, guys, it is an energy of someone who's up in their mind about you, but it doesn't mean that everything that's coming to mind is the truth. It could even be, feeding into the negative side of things or assuming the worst case scenario. But they are heavily thinking about you, but they feel like they don't have the answers, or there's something that they're trying to figure out on their own. We have the Seven of Swords and the Fool card in the challenge position. Aries, someone here could feel very exposed. Whether it's you've called them out on something or, with the Sun card that we did see, there's something that's being illuminated to you about maybe someone else in their environment or something that they're facing or going through. Seven of Swords and the Fool card in the challenge position And I say this with transparency, they are having a very hard time taking accountability for something where walking away, right? Or detaching in the current moment does feel easier for them. So, like, they're struggling to take accountability, yes, but there could be something, for example, if you figured out that this person was being dishonest with you, or there's some form of sneaky behavior with the Seven of Swords, that could be the reason why they're viewing you in the Nine of Swords. Like, I'm so stressed out. I feel so anxious that Aries knows this, but I don't know what to do or how to go about it. And with the Fool card, it may feel easier for them to walk away, or they feel safer in your silence in the current moment. Seven of Swords and the Fool card could also be someone who feels like they made a very impulsive decision. Okay, and it wasn't very, bright of them, for lack of better terms, because the Fool card could be, very, like a very impulsive energy, right? But with the Seven of Swords, it could be also something where you weren't thinking about the future repercussions of your actions, right? Doing something in the spur of the moment and then later regretting it. So I do see they're not proud of their actions, but I also see that they're having a hard time taking accountability, hence why those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. How are you viewing them? The Prince of Pentacles. I feel like you want to speak to this person. For those of you that are conversing with them, you don't feel like you're getting much from them. Right? It could be a very lighthearted conversation, or it could be someone who, if you're connecting with them, you're not really receiving the answers that you are seeking, or you feel like this person is thinking about something, but they're not really addressing it or communicating it to you. For others of you, you're viewing this person as someone that you want to reach out to. If you feel like they're not taking accountability, or they're not, wanting to be the one to initiate a conversation, it could be that you are wanting to send a message or pick up the phone and call this person. What's interesting about the Prince of Pentacles is, it is a card of potential. So some of you see the potential in this person, but you may feel like you're wanting to see more proof, and you're not necessarily wanting to hold on to hope just because of the potential, or you're not wanting to fall in love with the potential of someone. Princess of Swords, yeah. You're very curious about this person, but I feel like it's more like maybe you're checking up on their social media. Maybe you guys have mutual friends and you're asking about them. It's not like you're, directly questioning this person. For others of you, it could be that you were able to find something out about this individual, but it wasn't through them, right? So maybe you feel like you were not supposed to figure this out about them, but you just happened to do so. Prince of Wands. And the Strength card. A lot of curiosity. There is a desire to communicate. I think that you still feel very strongly towards this person, but you're also in a very withdrawn energy, or you feel like, you don't feel safe with putting your heart on the line or opening up to this person or being vulnerable with them, I should say. And what's interesting is I see, there's two cards of communication here where it's like, I want to reach out to this person. I want to, speak to them or receive the clarity. But for many of you, you feel like either it's not your job to do that, right? Feeling like this person should take accountability. Or for others of you, you don't feel comfortable with being vulnerable. You may feel like expressing your emotions towards this person is only going to lead to them using it as some form of leverage. Leo energy, and then the Two of Wands. Some of you could be waiting for a sign from this person. And it doesn't mean, putting your life on pause and waiting, but it could be if this person, is not willing to take accountability, it's going to tell me more about them, or it's going to tell me all I need to know. Because some of you could be sensing, or, or you're aware of what has happened, but you're wondering, is this person actually guilty? Or are they feeling guilty about it? Are they feeling sorry about it? And you may feel like if you reach out right now, or you speak to this person, in a way it would lead to you questioning, would you have really tried to solve something with me if I weren't the one to reach out? So you're wanting to see more action, or more action from this person's end, and you're wanting them to take accountability here. Because Two of Wands means, you are either anticipating, or there is some sort of a waiting game here, but I'm strongly getting with the Strength card in your feelings. You feel like you shouldn't be the one to initiate the conversation, at least not this week. And with the Prince of Pentacles, in terms of how you're viewing them, I mean, you could really feel an urgency to pick up the phone and call them and say, you know what, I'm growing very impatient, so I really want to reach out. But many of you want to see if this is someone who's going to take accountability for what you have already, or what you know about them now. And I feel like that's something that feels very difficult for them to do with the Seven of Swords and the Fool card in the challenge position. Okay. So we have the Two of Swords clarifying the Seven of Swords, Four of Wands clarifying the Fool card. State of denial is what I see with the Two of Swords clarifying the Seven of Swords. Not only are they struggling to possibly take accountability for some form of dishonesty, Two of Swords could be when you're picking and choosing what you want to pay attention to, when you're picking and choosing the emotions that you want to feel, where you're avoiding thinking about the things that you don't want to feel. Two of Swords, in traditional tarot, she's blindfolded, and it's symbolic for there could be the truth right in front of you, but you're not accepting it. So that's why I was getting a strong energy of someone who's in a state of denial. With the Four of Wands clarifying the Fool card, is there a desire for a reconciliation? Yes. But the Fool card and the Four of Wands could be someone who's coming back around and wanting to turn over a new leaf, but they're sweeping, the dishonesty or the lies under the rug here. And you may bring up something that you know about this person, but I don't see them fully admitting to it. So it can go two ways. A, they're going to not want to speak about it at all. Or B, they're going to downplay it or try to justify why they did what they did or why they said what they said. Okay, so we have the Prince of Cups in their feelings and the Six of Swords. Yes, there's a desire to make peace with you, move to calmer waters because they can sense that you're upset or frustrated. But this is also a very strong energy of, I want to make peace, but there are certain things that I'm not willing to think about or not wanting to speak about. The Moon card and the Seven of Pentacles. I think this person has a guilty conscience, or they're aware that they have been very secretive with you. It's a very discreet energy with the Moon card. And, for those of you that are questioning, is this person thinking about their wrongdoings? Yes, they are. But the Moon card also touches on the things that you're thinking and feeling, but also those are the very things that you're suppressing. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces. So what I'm getting at here in their feelings is, yes, they do feel guilt, but they don't want to speak about it. It's a very avoidant energy. And with the Seven of Pentacles, they are observing this connection. But what they're wondering is, if I, admit to something, or if I speak about something, is it actually going to be worth it? Is it actually going to lead to a reconciliation, or is it just going to be a form of closure? Here's what I will say, Aries. If this person knew exactly how you were going to react if they were to open up or own up to something, then they would definitely do it. But because they feel like there's a lot in the unknown, or they don't know how you're going to receive this, that's the reason why they're choosing to keep it to themselves. They don't feel like themselves. This could be someone who feels very emotionally drained and overwhelmed, but they also feel like they need to accept that things happen for a reason. And I see someone who's more determined to let go of something mentally or not think about it at all, because it feels very difficult to just sit there and accept it or think about it. Okay, so we have the King of Swords followed by the Eight of Wands in the potential outcome. What's the King of Swords? The Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, Ace of Swords. So their desire to communicate with you is going to outweigh the worry that they currently feel. Eight of Wands, it could be very unexpected communication, but it could also be very a fast moving energy where they're communicating with you, but they're trying to skim past something that's very difficult to speak about. With the King of Swords, that is a card of clarity, but it also touches on, it's very solution oriented, right? So this person is going to come to a realization that if you don't see an increase, in their, when it comes to effort, or if you don't see the fact that they're trying to do something to solve this, or find a solution for what you guys are currently going through, you might choose to completely cut ties or give up on it. So Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, I do see this person coming forward and communicating with you, seeking, a breakthrough here, right? But with the Eight of Cups, there may be you will absolutely sense that there's something here they feel like very uncomfortable speaking about. For some of you, you could be receiving clarity from this person, but making the choice to walk away or emotionally detach, even if it's for the time being. Because Eight of Cups is not just walking away, it's usually walking away after trying time and time again. And it's specifically walking away when there's a key component or a key emotional component that is missing. So for some of you, it's like, okay, I'm receiving clarity from this person, but I see that they struggle with opening up or taking accountability, and that's a deal breaker for me. That's just a generic example, but I do see that. Okay. It says, I wish we could go back. Because you have someone here who regrets making a very impulsive decision, but they're also having a hard time taking accountability for it, is what I see. Okay. It says, I am becoming a better person. So they could feel like this connection was a catalyst for their growth, or, they're not proud of their actions and they're wanting to change or alter something about themselves. And then it says, I can't be with you. So this could be the reason why they're moving in like a very discreet manner. Seven of Swords, the Fool card, that could be someone who was hiding something from you. When we opened the spread, we did see the Five of Wands as well. And I said that there could be something or someone in their environment that is being illuminated to you. And even though they feel exposed, they don't know how to come back from it. And then it says, you didn't see my tear. So, during the ending or leading up to the ending of this connection, maybe they were being very nonchalant or avoidant, where maybe you were questioning if they felt bad or if they were hurt. But I do see that they were, but again, it's something that they were masking. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, it says, I wonder if you are happy without me. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.